Hello guys, this is Brad again on YouTube here, and I wanted to share my preferences for playing tennis, equipment and things like that. If you're not a tennis player, um, this video probably won't be very good for you to watch. But if you do like tennis, subscriber or not, I thought maybe I would just share with you some things that I think are important in tennis, maybe some personal preferences and things like that. So let's start with tennis shoes. Usually, I do buy tennis shoes either off of eBay or a Baltimore online shop called Hollenberg Sports. I don't have a specific shoe brand that I prefer too much. I do like Wilson and Adidas, several other brands, but usually I'll try to find something that's on sale, maybe discontinued. I like to spend between maybe $40 or $60 on tennis shoes. Just something that looks good in the picture, something that is tennis specific. And like I said, Wilson, Adidas are usually pretty good brands. Um, Moving on to other things here. Um, you're going to want to have a bag with you. Um, Here's my bag right here. It's made by K-Swiss. This is just a bag that'll carry your non-tennis racket items with you. I would recommend maybe having a towel in there. You can get these nice little half towels off of web stores that sell tennis supplies here. A little design there with tennis on there. So get yourself some nice towels. I would recommend getting some wristbands. Keep your hands dry as well. You can get yourself a nice hat or visor. Keep the sun out of your eyes. Tennis balls, you can get those pretty much anywhere. You can buy cases of tennis balls from tennis online suppliers as well if you prefer. I should be able to get a can for about $2 or $3. Penn, Wilson make good tennis balls, so you can't really go wrong with that. As far as water goes, bring plenty of water. If you want to bring a special water bottle, that's fine. But I go through a lot of water. I would recommend, for me, I just like to keep my old water bottles of Pepsi or whatever sports drinks and just recycle. Just add some fresh water. If you want to put some ice in there or freeze it the night before to keep it cold, that's good too. Um, let's see if I forget anything. Let's talk about my tennis racket itself. The racket that I prefer to use is made by Wilson. It is called the Wilson 5.3 Hyper Hammer. Let's see, try it this way. Hyper Hammer. It's like 110 square inches of playing field, so it is an oversized. I do mostly play doubles, so I do recommend an oversized racket for doubles. Um, I do put a special grip on my racket, and those are made by Gamma. They're called Supreme Over Grips, and they're maybe $1 or $2 a piece, so you can change those as necessary. I do like to use a vibration dampener as well. Nothing fancy. I kind of borrowed this tip from Andre Agassi. Just a little rubber band around the bottom of my tennis racket to keep the twang in check and everything, and it works very well. Tennis strings, nothing too fancy either. I like to use synthetic gut. I would recommend buying something a little bit more expensive than your very cheap synthetic. Maybe Prince and Gamma are a couple of good brands. I get a 16 gauge. This one's called Attitude. This one's called Power Glide. But usually, I could probably expect to spend from like $6 to $10 for a pack of string. And I do have a stringer. I do my own stringing. I would recommend probably if you can restring your racket every year or two, once or twice a year, depending on how often you play. Some people wait until the strings actually break. That's not really suggested. You want fresh strings. My stringer is made by Gamma. It is called the Progression 2. And I string my own rackets because I do live in a remote area where tennis isn't easy to deal with as far as restringing rackets. Sometimes you have to drive an hour, drop off your racket, and come back in 2 weeks to get it restrung. It's a pain in the butt. So I did buy a racket stringer, read the manual, got the instructions for my racket, trial and error, figured it out. It's not perfect, but it gets the job done. So that's what I do. So yeah, I hope that helped you guys out. Just some of my tennis needs and my tennis recommendations, preferences. Um, Maybe you can comment down below if you watch tennis. Let me know what kind of racket you like to use, or if you have any special equipment requirements. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.